I would be remiss if we didn't bring up one audience. And I love you said customers, prospects, and target audience. And we have customers that are here. I know one that's government contractor and is thinking,
Yep.
I don't care how much I educate, how much I entertain, that colonel that's doing the RFP and deciding on my $20 million contract, there is no way I am going to do this with them. However, I also know that when he gets that $20 million contract, he's got to hire 500 people.
Yes.
The concept of doing this to attract talent, to be that employer of choice, maybe it's not just your customers and your prospects. This could be adjusted to how do we create content or channel for attracting the talent we want?
Yeah, I mean absolutely. I mean, remember, content creates conversations. The goal is conversations to occupy that mental shelf space, to be in the game. And so, it's amazing what happens when you start down this path. Like you start interacting with each other. That's how you and I actually met.
Yep.
I spoke at an event in DC and you reached out to me and we started talking, and then we were like, well, how would we create something like this for ourselves? And we walked through the sort of template and the blueprint, and once you get in the game, like you start meeting different people and engaging in ways that you hadn't thought before. So, there's so many ways to create content in the market. There's so many different distribution channels, and we don't have time to go through everything today.
Mm-hmm.
But I will tell you that this moderated Q&A approach, this your guest is the content model, is a great and relatively easy way to get started. And then it starts to build on itself. And all of a sudden you sit back and you're like, I got an email the other day from somebody who runs a big software service business. And he called me and he's like, I'm thinking about starting like a podcast. And we talked through it. And what he ended up doing was a video webinar podcast type thing. It was called Adapter's Advantage. That was the name we came up with. And I said, I was his first guest, because he was nervous. I said, I'll be your first guest, and let's just do it. And and then he just had his 100th episode. So all of a sudden it has a way of accumulating. So the answer is just to start, and this is a relatively easy way to use your guests as content and their audience to help build your own.